I want to leave some money for my pets after I pass away to make sure they're properly taken care of. Is there a way to calculate that and figure out how much I need to leave? I'm Sarah Siedentopf. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney in Atlanta, Georgia. And this is a question I get fairly regularly because, we work with a lot of pet owners, pet lovers. So how do you go about deciding how much to give? And no, there is not a great calculation that I'm aware of that you can always plug in. But the first thing that I think about when I'm working with clients is who is getting the pets. And if you say, they're definitely going to my sister, she's financially stable, it's not going to be any difficulty on her to pay vet bills, something like that. You don't necessarily have to give anything, but you can easily choose a flat number and say, okay, $5,000 per pet or $2,000 per pet, or something that is a chosen number, not exactly related to what you assume their care is going to be, but more as a thank you, I realize this will cost you money. I've also had clients who say, we think that, this type of animal has a yearly age expectancy of, say 15, and we would like to have, $2,500 per year that they are under that age. So if I pass away, my dog is 10, we've got, a 5-year life expectancy, then we'd like to give, $2,500 a year for, usually I encourage a lump sum, so a calculation, because we don't want to keep an estate open, holding on to money, just, paying for pet care in tiny drips, if that's the only reason. But that's another way of looking at it, and it can often be, if you really want to think about it that way, figuring out, okay, how much do I pay for pet food? How much do I pay for vet bills? And maybe, index it a little for inflation and assume there will be a few more vet visits as your pet ages. But those are the two most common ways that people look at it. And then, of course, I said, we start by looking at, the financial situation of the person who's getting the pets. If you're giving them to someone who does not have the same financial stability, maybe you want to give more to make sure that your pet is taken care of, and maybe you want to set it up in a pet trust because the outright gift is an outright gift. And if they don't use it on taking your pet, to the vet, and they don't use it on buying the good quality pet food, they don't have to. So if you are concerned that your pet be taken care of, and that there be financial resources, it's, not an answer to the calculation, but we can set up a pet trust. We have somebody over it saying, giving out the money, saying this is, for this pet. And then at the end, if we've, say we've put aside, $15,000, $20,000 for this pet who, didn't live that long, and we've got $10,000, $12,000 left over, then it goes wherever you say it goes, to your other beneficiaries, to a charity, and you don't have to worry about an exact calculation. You can sort of round up. I'm always happy to hear from, pet owners about how they've thought about these things, because we are always, trying to figure out the best way for people. But those are the ways that I tend to think about it. If you've got questions, I'd love to hear from you, and please like and subscribe.